Today I've got a special guest. You might recognise him. His name is Thomas. No, not Thomas Heaton, my nephew Thomas. I'm not sure why you'd recognise him actually. And the reason we're down here is Thomas is using a 10-stop filter for the first time. And we're getting some good shots. It's quite bright sun, as you can probably see behind me. But we are getting some nice images and just kind of want to bring you along with us. And what we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're not going to look at my images. We're going to look at Thomas's images. And we're going to show you without the 10-stop filter and using the 10-stop. Now Thomas is quite new to photography. In fact, I recently recommended he got a Nikon D7100, which is what he's using at the moment. But this is the first time I just loaned him one of my 10-stop filters. And it's just kind of showing the difference between using the camera without a filter and then just getting that smooth water with it. Now, without the filter, we've worked out at f9, ISO 100, we're getting 200th of a second. Converting that into 10-stop times, we've got a 5-second exposure, which is working quite nicely. There's not a lot of action in the waves, it's coming in and out nicely, but we're not getting those trails behind. But we are getting some nice smoothed out images. So we're just chasing the tide out, working this scene, and let's take a look at what he's got. So Thomas is using a remote shutter cable, and the reason for that is his tripod in the sand, it's quite flimsy, we're getting a lot of camera shake, so we're using the remote shutter cable. It allows you to be away from the camera, so when you're pressing that button, you're not causing camera shake, and you're not getting that in the image, so you get a nice still image for the 5-second exposure, and I think that's working really well. So as we're following the tide out, we're going to move over to the pier as the tide retreats. As I say, it's harsh light at the moment, we're working what we've got. We might get some nice colour images, or they might be better for black and white. We'll have to see about that. I mean, I might get my camera out later, who knows? But at the moment, we're just focusing on Thomas, getting some nice shots as the water's going in and out, just capturing that detail. So Thomas has now got his socks and shoes off, and he's now getting right in there. Right in the action. It's just so we eliminate all that sand and we just get the water. I don't know why I'm falling, because I haven't got my socks and shoes off and I'm not wearing wellies. Probably a bit of a mistake right now. Retreat, retreat. So yeah, it was a bit of a last minute thing. I was down here just visiting my father, and Thomas doesn't live too far away. And as I say, he's just got a camera. And I drove past his house, he was outside enjoying the sun. And I thought, well, let's go and take some photographs. I had my camera with me just in case. Good photographer. Oh, let's have a close. And I thought, let's go around here, take some photographs, see what we get. And the tide's going out, and I'm going to get under the pier, hopefully, get that classic shot, shooting up in the middle, bang, done. Oh, look at him, he's right in there, he's like a fucking fish. He's really embracing it. I've told him about the focusing a third of the frame, but the hyperfocal distance, using f9, ISO 100, and then working out everything else from there. And I hope he's getting some good images. I think they're coming out really good. As I say, you'll know by now, I won't. It's such a nice day today. I say it's not a very good day for photography, but as I said in my last video, it's about getting out when you can. You know, as long as it's not chucking it down, as long as your camera's safe, as long as you're safe, get out and just shoot everything. Shoot what you can. Days like this, it's good for getting closer photography, you know, getting down, zoom in, macro photography, flowers, bricks, stones, pebbles, whatever you like. And there's lots of other things that you can shoot in bright light as well. I say it's perfect for black and white. You can get some good contrasty images anyway, especially with the sun behind us at this time of night. It is starting to drop down. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. So what do you photograph on a day like this, when the weather is really beautiful but you want to get out with the camera? You let me know down below, just to give me inspiration of what to do next. He's on the phone and everything, he's brilliant. This is really strange being out, and I haven't even got the camera out the bag yet. You know, there are some really good images to be had here, but I'm mainly concentrating on Thomas getting a few good images, getting the video to yourselves, and I'll get the camera out when I'm ready, you know. Basically, I want that tide, probably, it's getting there, I'm going to get the camera out soon, I think. But he's still in the water there, he's still getting some good images. I think, you know, it's going to be good to see what he gets today.
Take me back, all the way back to them days.
So I've not even got the camera out, I'm just enjoying myself. This is really nice, just taking it all in. You know, Thomas is getting some good images. It's a beautiful day. I will get the camera out, but right now, it's just nice. Bring you guys along with me. It's strange because when I first started YouTube, you don't really know who you're talking to. You're just talking to the camera. As your YouTube channel grows and you start to get to know your audience and the community that you're in, it's almost like I'm talking to you guys. So sometimes I'm just talking and I just feel like I'm talking to friends, and I am. Because throughout this whole experience, the best thing about it all is I've made friends. And it's been amazing, you know. Thank you very much for being part of my life and part of the community, and the encouragement, the inspiration. It's all absolutely amazing, and I think that's one of the great benefits of landscape photography. And it's one of the great benefits I've picked up when vlogging, is just the people I've met, maybe online or even in person. And I'm going to meet a whole lot more of you in September. So yeah, it's just been absolutely amazing. So thank you very much for being a part of that. I really do appreciate it. Okay, I can't resist this any longer. The camera's coming out the bag, it's got to be done. Now I'm going to find a dry spot over here, get set up. I just want to get some images. I've been wanting to get this pier for quite some time, so looking forward to this. So I'm set up now near the water's edge, right in front of the pier. And I'm experimenting with different shutter speeds. I'm using f13 at the moment, which is actually giving me a 15-second shutter speed using my Gobe 10-stop filter. And I think it's working okay. I'd like to get closer, but I haven't got my wellies on, so it's probably going to be a bit of cropping. I think once I get a few shots here, I'm going to go right in the middle and just kind of see what images that I can get from the middle of the pier and get that sort of symmetrical look about. I think it'll work really well. Now Thomas, as we see, he's not giving up. He's still right down there. He's still doing it. So, you know, good on him. So the pier's been broken up in two parts, and that's to stop people from walking across. So what I'm doing, I'm framing the image using this part of the pier with the other part of the pier in between, and going for that classic symmetrical shot.
Daydreamer, kidnap me. Take me back, all the way back to them days.
So Thomas has just taken my place under the arch, and he's going for the similar shot. He's framing the pier with this part of the pier here. He's getting a 10-second exposure on f14. Now he's using the 18 to 55mm kit lens, and he's actually getting some really nice shots from it. Now I'm just over in this part. I've come over to the left-hand side of the pier now, and I'm just shooting, as you can see, just getting it from all angles really, just taking advantage of the time that we've got, the tide that we've got, and just shooting everything that we can and hopefully getting some nice images.
Our way to church on Sundays, Mama set the pace. Daydreamer, kidnap me.
So the tide's going out now, and I think we're pretty much done here. So I hope this has shown that, you know, you can still get out during the daytime, the harsh light, and just take some good pictures. Thomas just said to me that he's actually going to invest in a 10-stop filter, so it seems to have done the trick. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please press the like button, and if you haven't already, please press subscribe and press the notification bell to see when I'm going to post the next video. Until next time, I'll see you later.